Hey everyone, I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer, and welcome back to another video on solo queuing versus 5 stacks. Today I'm going to talk about Jaeger. So, I don't like the people that play Ashe and Jaeger, the Ashe Jaeger mains. I don't like them, the traditional ranked stars. But recently I bought Jaeger because, his gadget's just good. And I like the challenge of playing Jaeger and roaming. And overall, I just think, like, if I'm not having a good day, I can always play Jaeger and know that I'm going to make an impact on my team with the ADSs. So, now that I've transitioned to the dark side, I want to tell you guys how Jaeger operates in a solo queue versus a 5 stack. Pretty much the same. I mean, when you're Jaeger in a solo queue, and this goes to whenever you play a solo queue, you just kind of have to have your own plan and do your thing and hope it works, right? When it comes to laying down ADSs, and this is assuming you have a team that's really not coordinated at all. You have two options. You either put the ADSs down in the area you're going to be playing in, which is maybe you're roaming in a zone, you're anchoring, and you put them there. Call it a day, right? Maybe if Thatcher's banned, you spread them out, but most of the time you put them there. Or you put them in common nade throwing spots to cover common nade throwing spots into the objective, right? I see a lot of people just kind of slap them on the walls. Don't do that. I'd say still be smart with the ADSs, but put them in spots to cover your teammates from nades, right? It's always a good thing to do. And then, as Jaeger, you just go roam and do your thing. Now, the thing about playing in solo queue is a lot of people like Jaeger. So if you pick Jaeger, you're probably going to get yelled at because someone's a Jaeger main, because he's got a good gun, right? And they're a fragger. That is going to happen a lot, so you might just get team killed a little bit more. You might get into arguments with people. You might have to mute a little more people than usual. But Jaeger pretty much just plays as an operator that you literally do the set it, forget it thing, right? Now, you cover yourself with nades, which is always nice. But I think for those of us that play a lot of solo queue, Jaeger really, really shines in a team of 5. That's where Jaeger and his full potential are really seen. So the thing about Jaeger is his gadget synergizes with every single operator in the game because you get a nade thrown at you, you don't want to get naded, right? So if I play Jaeger in a 5 stack, instead of being like, well, I'm just going to put them in spots that are common, I can be like, hey, you person, if you go hide all the way over on this side of the map behind this desk, I'll put an ADS behind you so that they can't flush you out with flashbangs, or instead of using one flashbang, they got to use 3. Right? That's a thing. And that right there is the big thing. You strategize with people. Hey, let's ban Thatcher so I can stack all 3 ADSs to help cover this one section of the map so that we don't have to put 2 people there, we only have to put 1. Right? Or something like that. Hey, put your shield down here and I'll put an ADS right here so that it covers it from nades coming in. That's another thing Jaeger can do. And those are things that I think aren't apparent unless you watch. I mean, esports, practically every single defense they bring Jaeger, so you can just watch the Jaeger player. Or you play with a 5 stack who knows what they're doing. You play Jaeger and you synergize the gadget with them. That's Jaeger's strength. And I mean, Jaeger, he's a versatile operator. So in a 5 stack, you have to decide, okay, is he going to anchor? Is he going to roam? And then either way, let's say you anchor and someone dies roaming and you decide, I'm going to go out and roam. You can do that, right? Coordinate with your team to get a couple easy picks, refrags especially, because Jaeger, if you're anchoring as Jaeger, he's still fast enough to maybe get refrags on people. And that's where his strengths come in. Jaeger's versatility, even when he was a 3-speed, Jaeger's versatility and what he can do and synergizing with every operator is not shown until you play with a 5 stack. I'm going to say this again. It's not just, when you play the 5 stack, it's not just, all right, let's stack all the ADSs on common doorways. It's, where are we going to hold that they're going to want to nade us, and I can change that, right? What can I change about their strategy, right? It's not just the Jaeger that you can use to help anchor or roam. The ADS can help anchor or roam, right? Even roaming. I mean, you could put ADSs in weird spots around where the roamer's going. So if they try to flashbang them or frag them, I don't know, smoke, it gets shot by the ADS. You know, I think a lot of the good operators in Rainbow Six Siege for both solo queue and 5 stacks are the versatile operators like Jager and Maverick, for example. I love Maverick because you can practically do anything. I yawn, that's why it looks like I'm crying. But Jager can use his gadget for any situation. I mean, just don't get nades thrown at you. Like, the only thing it can't really do is deny drones. But it makes everybody's job on attacking harder because they can't chuck nades. And it's scary when, you know, a lot of the times if you ever play, just watch yourself play. Maybe you're playing an op with 2 frags. You chuck 1 frag. You're like, oh, there's an ADS. I'm not going to nade that spot. That's powerful. That means that unless the floor is soft below me or above me, I can hide in my corner behind my deployable shield, and you can't do anything about it unless you have the Ash, who probably in ranked just ran in and died. So, realistically, you can't do anything. I mean, you might have a Zofia, but I don't know. They realistically ran in and died after the Ash in ranked, or died first. So, that's kind of how Jager operates as a solo queue versus 5 stack. I love Jager, as I think he's a good solo queue op. Maybe not as good as someone like Vigil or Legion. I still feel like as solo queue they're stronger. But Jager, I mean, there's a reason why he's one of the best defenders. Because he's got a good gun, good gadget. A gadget that can literally... It's like Mute. Literally synergizes with any operator that you can pick, right? So, yeah, that's why I like Jager as a 5Q, as anything. So, that was my summary of Jager playing in a 5 stack versus solo queue. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below, and let me know what operator you want to see next, because I don't mind talking about operators. I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer. I suck just as bad as you do at video games, and I will see you guys in the next one.